Hi my lovely queens, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. Okay, so in today's video we are going to do another tag video which has been created by Annette from Annette's Makeup Corner and Prue from Pruelaroo. I'm going to leave both of their channels in the description box. So the tag name is Behind the Scenes of YouTube, and I thought that would be very interesting to talk about, first of all for me, in order to reflect what has happened in my life for the last year when I started YouTube. It's almost a year, not quite, but almost. And also for you to get to know me and to see what I'm doing a little bit more behind the scenes. So those two YouTubers have created that tag, and they have created 13 questions, and we're just going to go through them and see what the answers are. I'm trying to be as you know, spontaneous about that as possible, just because I want this to be real. I don't want this to be any like fake and so let's see. Okay, so the first question is, what was the hardest part about starting a channel? The hardest part was getting over myself, but that was, you know, it's the like being self-conscious about being in front of the camera, and that is one thing, but then publishing it is another thing. I was scared. I was scared of the feedback, that it would be negative and that I would look stupid and things like this, but I was so into this. I so much wanted to do that I was thinking, okay, what's the worst thing that can happen? You know, maybe there will be some nasty comments, and then I'll just have to try to get on with my life, and maybe I'll just stop posting. So there wasn't really anything really hard, because I just started to do it. I didn't wait for anything. I just did it. And because, you know what, I was watching YouTube videos about starting a YouTube channel. And then I found out that I had already created a channel. I just never had posted anything. I don't know how I did that, but that's what it was. And then I thought, well, okay, in all those videos where YouTubers talk about how they started their channel, they always gave that recommendation: don't wait for anything, just go with what you have, and that's it. So if you go to the first videos of my channel, which is sort of a little bit embarrassing for me right now, but I did that in my living room, and because the living room is quite large, so there was like an echo, and like the sound quality was really bad, and I felt really awkward to do this. And yeah, but I didn't wait for anything to be perfect. So I think that is a bit of a secret, to just not wait for the camera and the lighting and the perfect studio and everything. I just did it and got over myself, and I think that's how it started. Next question is, what equipment do you use? As you all know, if you're not new here, I just got my professional camera just something like a month ago. Before then, I was using this phone to film, and I almost drove it into the ground because it went through quite an abuse. Me filming with this, it almost broke my phone. So it was incredibly lagging, and it was terrible to work like this, and now this has changed my life totally. So now I have a Canon 80D, which is the typical YouTuber camera, and I love that camera. I'm so blessed to have it, and I thank my husband every day in my heart that he made this possible for me, because yeah, that's, you know. Then microphone wise, I still use my little clip-on microphone, this one, which was very inexpensive. It was like $20. That's still what I'm using, because I thought this is the least important thing to invest in. At some point I want to have a freestanding good quality microphone, but I think lighting and camera is more important, because you can still work with a simple microphone that is plugged into the camera. So that's what I'm doing. And then lighting, I have a ring light right in front of me. I have one studio light a little bit to this side, and then I actually have two lights from IKEA that are here and here with cold light bulbs, and behind me I have another 3 lights from IKEA that are lighting up my background, and that's it. Okay, so let's go into the next question. That is, what editing program do you use? What did you start with? Okay, so I am using now the DaVinci Resource 15 editing program. It's like a software, and it's the free version, and I'm pretty happy with it. I'm not very experienced with all of these things. I'm just glad that I managed to turn on the computer and turn it off. So I cannot have anything that is very challenging. I just need something that works, and I can do the minimum, and I don't need any special effects because my channel is not like that. So yeah, so that's what I'm using. And before then, when I was filming with my phone, I used an application. I don't remember which one that was, but it was an editing application that came recommended by some of those YouTubers who said, you know, just start with whatever you have and just download an application for whatever you need. So that's what I did, and it worked okay. It was good enough, and yeah, now I have the software on the computer, and just starting to get used to it, but it's good. Next question is, did you have any experience with making videos before starting YouTube? Not at all, nothing. I did my fashion blog on social media beforehand. I started that something like, let me think, maybe 8 months before I started YouTube. Or maybe even a little bit more, 9 months or so. But besides that, I had no experience at all, nothing. Alright, next question. On average, how long does it take you to edit? So that depends. It depends very much on the kind of a video. Okay, so if I'm doing a tag video like this, where I'm just sitting here and answering questions, that is actually quite quick. It takes probably something like just a tiny little bit longer than the actual video footage that I'm filming. So that's good. That's why I also love to do these videos, because my day is so full that I just need something that I can edit quickly and that I enjoy at the same time, and then you know, just so it's easy for me to release content. Yeah, so that's okay. Then there are the makeup tutorials, which is probably the most challenging for me, because I have to film so many little clips and then piece them together, because I haven't found the right way that works for me best, because I also don't have a computer for me available all the time, because my computer is not strong enough, the one that I have at home, so I have to edit in my husband's office, and I have to do that at 4 o'clock in the morning. And it's crazy. So I basically just have like 30-40 minutes to edit something in the morning, and then I have to go and do my videos, or like do my makeup, and either filming or just doing my makeup. And it's really intense, because I have to do everything in like the 3 hours before I wake up my kids. So that makes it hard, but yeah. Then other videos, like my new makeup releases videos, I've sort of gotten the hang of it, how to do it. It does not take as long as it used to, but those are also quite intense because of including all the pictures and all of that. So that is, yeah. But the most intense and what takes the most time for me is the makeup tutorials, which I have not done a lot yet, and I'm only starting to do it now because I'm forcing myself to learn how to do it, to learn what's the best way of me to film it, and also what's the best way for me to edit it. Next question, number 6. What was the worst technical accident you've had since starting your channel? The worst technical accident was probably when I was still filming with my phone, and it lagged so badly during filming that it just stopped, and I hadn't realized it, and I didn't know what was going on until I realized it. It was so much time had passed, and I tried to save it, and I think I did. And then also the video and the audio track had split, because the video was lagging but the audio not, and it was very weird, and I think I still published it. I think I included a disclaimer at the beginning that there was a problem while filming, and and that people should please understand. I don't know which video that was anymore, but there was something like this. So that was, I think, the worst thing that happened to me. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's not such a bad thing. It's, you know, it's not a life-changing or life-ending thing, God forbid, so it's okay. And number 7, do you ever film something and not upload it? Does that happen? No, not anymore. I did actually film, I think, 2 videos in the very beginning of my channel before I uploaded even the first video that I did. It was actually a makeup tutorial, which is so funny because I don't know where I got the courage from to do that, to sit down and film a makeup tutorial, not having been a makeup artist. You know, that doesn't sound like me. I don't know how I did that. The thing is, I would have even uploaded it, but I was constantly like bending down my head to the mirror, and I was sort of going like this, and nobody saw what I was doing, so that I had to delete. But if that wouldn't have happened, I would have probably published it, definitely. All right, number 8. Do you write a script or plan what you're going to talk about? I did in the beginning, for maybe like my first 3 or 4 videos, I did write a script. Just because I was so anxious about starting to talk in front of the camera that I forgot, as soon as I pressed record, I forgot everything. So that's what I did. Now I sort of plan it in my mind. And sometimes if I have a lot of points to talk about, for example, when a couple of weeks ago when I spoke about the color wheel, when I have a lot of points, I try to have something written down in front of me, but just, you know, general points so I don't forget anything. But other than that, I talk freely. I have nothing written down or any notes anywhere, so not anymore. But the first videos I did. Number 9, have you started talking differently since starting your YouTube channel? Definitely, 100%, because I talk so much faster now. In the beginning, I thought I was talking normally on my first videos. And then when I watched the videos, actually, I was like in slow motion. It felt like I am so slow. I am, you know, it's like taking a sleeping pill. I don't know. I think it has also to do with people having a way shorter attention span these days. They lose interest and they click out like this. If you don't catch their attention, it's like boom, they're gone. And you also see that in the what they call the channel analytics, that I can check when people click out of my videos. That's usually after like 3 minutes. So if you stayed that long, thank you. Anyway, yeah, I started to force myself to talk much faster, which is so hard in the beginning because your brain has to work faster, and I'm doing all of this in a foreign language, so that's hard. So I think I had a lot of growth in my brain in the last year in order to make this possible. Okay, number 10. What's the one thing that annoys you when editing yourself? What is that? I think that is that so many sentences I start with so. So today we're going to do this. So, and then you're going to do that. And you know, when you cut out the parts that are in between those sentences, and then every time you're saying something, you start your sentence with so, that's really annoying. So that's the thing that annoys me, but I'm trying to be more conscious about it. But other than that, I think it's okay. I think I'm doing okay. It's just that once in a while I have to, you know, look in the viewfinder that I'm still recording or that I'm still in focus or things like this, and then you see me looking to the side a little bit like this, and that bothers me. But I think maybe that's even only me who notices it, or maybe only other people who know that kind of a problem or that kind of a feeling. So other than that, I don't have any problems like editing myself or something like that. Number 11. What is your biggest editing pet peeve in others' videos? I don't know. I don't like too many like special effects, you know, like suddenly zooming in like crazy and then having audio applause and I don't know, cheering. And I did that in the beginning too. I think back then it was cute, I think. for me. But I've sort of grown out of it. I feel like I grew up, you know, but there are other channels where it just fits. So for me, it's not so much what I want to do. I like to have, you know, nice music in the background for some videos or something like that. But I don't know what bothers me with nothing really, because I'm not a person that really gets bothered a lot at all. So no, I don't really have much problems, just that my personal style is not these special effects kind of things, and but other people it fits perfectly, so it's good for them, and I can't care. So, you know. All right. Number 12, do you ever feel self-conscious in your videos? Are you kidding me? I'm shaking in my boots every single time. I feel, you know what? Perfectly honest, for the first, let's say 60 videos, I had to do this backward counting in order to like really focus. I did like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then I told myself, Leorah, you can do this. And then I turned on the camera. And I needed that to focus myself and get away from the fear, because every single time I felt I'm gonna die. Really. So I am always very self-conscious in front of the camera, and I actually have to, the second I stop filming, I go and watch the footage, because if I don't do that, then the fear in my mind that the footage is bad, or that I performed badly, and that it's not going to be a good video, whatever, all of these things, or that I talk too slowly, or that, I don't know, the angle is wrong, or something in the background is wrong, or I don't know, anything. Especially now with all the new settings, while I have been playing around with the lighting and the settings of the camera and everything, and I every single time went immediately to my laptop and checked that the footage is okay, because if I don't do that, the fear in my mind grows out of proportion that this video is not going to be good. So yes, I am very self-conscious in front of the camera. Yes, still right now. Like I'm really sweating badly right now. Whew, that's something you didn't want to know. And last question, what keeps you inspired to keep creating? Other YouTubers, definitely. And I'm not trying to steal content or something. I cannot steal content because I'm so isolated in my place here, being in Israel, and I think I'm in Israel the only YouTuber who is like me, and maybe even I've not seen anyone else like me. Like, feel free, if you know someone who is like me, who is a religious person, who is into very colorful stuff, who is English speaking, who is in it, like that, please feel free to let me know, because I feel incredibly lonely, you know. So what keeps me inspired is you, because you tell me, please do a tutorial on this or on that and things like this, or actually nature. I see things in nature that I think, wow, this looks good together, or whatever, stuff like that. Or secondhand stores, where I get totally inspired by just throwing together outfits where I think that would totally clash, but then I need to find a way to make it work, and then on the basis of that I create a makeup look together with that. Things like that, you know, like stuff that is not really mainstream maybe, but yeah, or a drawing of my kids when they used some kind of color combination where I think, well, this looks stunning, I want to have that on my eyes. Stuff like that. But I think for the most part, when I watch other YouTube channels and they do something that I think, well, I could make a spin-off of that, I could bring my own thing into that, my own creativity, and turn it into Leorah, I love to do that. I really do. Yeah, and that is it. These were all the questions. I want to thank Annette and Prue for creating this tag, because as I told you, I love doing tag videos so much. And that's it. So if you actually watched this to here, to this point, then I applaud you. Thank you so much for sticking around. And I hope to see you next time here on my channel for my next video, which is going to be so soon, I told you. And I love to see you here. I love to hear from you. Please feel free to leave your comments in the comment section, to check out the description box for my today's makeup, what I used, and also for my other social media. And up until next time, I see you right here. Hugs and kisses. Bye.